If you ever saw that movie, F1, with Brad Pitt, there's a song in there that I really like to kind of give the same kind of energy here that I would like to have moving forward in trying to get back on track. Listen to Burna Boy, Don't Let Me Drown. That scene in the movie, not quite an hour in, where he's working out, and I kind of resonate with his character because even though I look a lot younger than I actually am, he's like a really old guy, and almost nobody his age is racing. I like that movie. I really like that scene where he's working out with that music. So yeah. I just finished the first of 2 homework assignments. I only did 5 laps, but I essentially did 2.5 times what I normally do. I got on the track and I walked about a quarter of a lap. I did my light jog for almost 5 laps. I feel like my back was definitely under stress, but it's the kind of stress that it's like you did work, but it was work you were perfectly capable of doing and didn't cause any problems at all. Either the jogging somehow does not allow my back to start to hurt, or before it starts hurting, it's creating enough endorphins that I just don't get the chance to have back pain. I've been through this thing where I have this back pain, this lower back pain from being so overweight and standing or walking around or whatever, probably 3 or 4 times in my life. I mean, it always feels like it's an eternity while it's happening, but then once it goes away, it's the last thing you expected. So since I basically did 5 laps jogging, I think it's safe to say I can do a lot more. I could have kept going. I did feel dizzy, a little bit dizzy after I finished. And after I do a hard workout, I always feel dizzy. I don't have hardly any stamina whatsoever, which is where this jogging thing seems to check a lot of boxes because it really helps with stamina. I'm really hoping that after a couple of weeks of doing this consistently, like doing 7 laps of nothing but jogging, I'm hoping that that means that I'll be physically able to hack it at my job a lot more. I wasn't able to complete the second day of the homework assignment today. It wasn't because I didn't have enough time or because I was being lazy, but because I started having problems. When I did those 5 laps light jogging yesterday, there were 2 problems that hit me as a result. Starting with something that happened a couple months ago. So I pulled both of my Achilles heels while I was at work. This had been building up for the past several months of being the weight I am, doing the job I'm doing. But my left one never really healed. It seems like I just keep flaring it up. So it doesn't hurt like it did on the first day. It never really does. It got back to the point where I could function again, and generally on a daily basis it doesn't cause me any trouble. But it hasn't finished healing. And every now and again I do kind of flare it up, so it's a little bit painful. So yesterday what I did was I flared it up so it was a little painful. If I had been in bed for a while, or I I was just sitting in a chair and I get up after sitting there for a little while, it really starts to hurt. And so I really thought about what I was going to do about this so that I could still do my homework today, and I decided to put an ace bandage on it. So I did that, and I had to loosen it a couple of times because okay, it's still a little too tight. Then I realized, you know what, I can't put it on loose enough and put my shoe on and have it be loose enough. I'm able to walk on it more easily because of how tight it is, but it always hurts, whether I'm sitting or standing. So I think I have to just do this when I'm in bed, or I'm going to be sitting somewhere for a while, not with my shoes on. I'm going to have to take some advice that my trainer gave me a number of years ago. My trainer friend. My trainer is just like, you don't run a marathon on the first try. And if you want to hurt yourself, then that's what you do. Okay, there's a difference between burn. Burn is good, okay? But pain is bad. The second you feel pain, stop now. When you're at my weight, you don't get to push it. You have to stop. So I'm taking his advice. I don't know what that means for homework. I'm hoping that just means I'm down for the count, maybe today, and at worst also tomorrow. But I really don't know. I have to live tonight and tomorrow to really know for sure. So that's it. Because of this, homework is obviously going to have to be different. I'm going to have to be careful not to push it. Part of the problem when I went to work yesterday was because I pushed it and I hadn't gone to work yet. I was actually just using the stamina that I had built up to do my job. And I still had endorphins, so my ankle wasn't hurting yet. But I had a pulled shin muscle, which once the endorphins had completely gone, my ankle pain really started to take over, and I had totally crashed. And I only had to work a few hours, and it just killed me. So I think going forward, I'm going to have to figure out how to only do homework assignments after work, because I have to work my job. So